Here I am in the rain to talk to you about solar panels. Not going to get much today because there's no sun, but anyway, still want to talk to you about them. But today we're going to focus on this solar panel and this solar panel. Okay, I'm filming this after I fitted this solar panel, so you're going to watch me fit the solar panel. But these two panels here do something totally different, which we'll go through in another video. And what I want to do is answer the question, do solar panels actually save you money? Okay, but you've got to wait till the end of the videos to get that answer. So I'll crack on. We'll get this panel fitted up, even though it's fitted up. We'll rewind time. It won't be fitted, and then you can watch me fit it. Hope that makes sense. And we're doing this yesterday, not today. And it was sunny yesterday, so okay. If you find these videos interesting and helpful, it would be really appreciated if you could just subscribe and give me a thumbs up. That just helps me understand what you like, what you want to see, and it just helps the channel keep going. So yeah, please do that. Subscribe and like, be very much appreciated. So because it takes a lot of time to knock these videos out. But anyway, let's crack on and we'll talk about what we're going to talk about. Okay, see you tomorrow. Also note that these solar panels are about 550 watts, but remember, you'll never get 550 watts pure power out of those solar panels. There's always a decrease in power, whether it's the position of the solar panel, where the sun is, how hot or cold the solar panel is. So there's a lot of variance as to how your solar panel will perform. So when they sell you one for 640 or 5,500 watts, that's the optimal performance, which is extremely rare if at all possible. So it's just worth bearing that in mind. You'll never actually get the full wattage of that solar panel. What a lovely day. So the first thing I want to do is measure this solar panel. Let's have a look, and it comes out at, let's say 240 centimeters or 94 inches. Let's go 94 inches by 94 inches by 45 inches, 115 centimeters, 114 centimeters. And we'll go, that is 94 right to there. Okay, so we know it's going to fit this way. 44, yeah. I'll probably take that down a bit because we know in the summer this overhang is going to create a bit of a shadow on it. So Michelle says she doesn't want it on the wall up there. I kind of do want it on the wall there. Yeah, Michelle's kind of said she wants it at the end of here. So added on to the end of here, but then if you add 44 onto here, you're going to be coming out to here, which I think is just going to be ugly. Wall or here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the solar panel over here and see what it looks like. Okay, that's heavy. Let's put you down there for a minute. Okay. And just see what it looks like here. I'm not sure, but I've got some sticks here. Anyway, we'll put this one. We'll put this one under here. Okay. Oh. And then that one needs lifting up a bit. Crikey, I'm so unfit. Okay, so something like that. Let's have a look. We will get a bit of shadow here in the winter from the lemon trees. Summer it won't be so bad because the sun will be higher up. Bracing underneath there, which isn't such a big deal actually. We can just carry on that piece of wood. There, look over there, wherever. We put the solar panel on the wall. I think I'm going to stick with plan A. Put it on the wall. Let's put it on the wall. Here we go. I think we need something like this for here. 1, 2, 1, 2. And for the top one, that's not taking any weight. So, but what I've got to be conscious of is the wind. So I think I'm going to use one of those in each one of those. These, I've got 1, 2. So I think we're going to go with those, and we're going to make it nice and secure. And here's something we need to take into account. So this is the block, obviously there's a bit missing off of there, that the house is made of, okay? So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3 holes. So what I've got to be careful of is when these go through, I really want them to go all the way through to there. So we should be good, because what I don't want it to do is go into there and be loose. So I've got to drill through all the way through, then I can put this through and then I can tighten it up. So we should be good with these. Okay, the next thing is we need a drill bit. So I think that looks like the bit. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. So I know you've got to be careful, because if this bit is too small, when you try and put this through, it's too tight and you can't get them through. So you want just a tiny little bit of play, and I find it works better. So we've got our drill, we've got our bits, we need a pencil to mark where they're going to go, and of course we need a drill. So 44, we want 44 inches. So there. Okay, I don't want to go too high because of the shadow. You know, we already see the shadow. So if we're going to go level with here, shall we go here? Let's risk it for a biscuit, and we'll go on this one. So we're going to put these here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is put that in the middle of that block like that. then we're probably going to have to cut that bush down. So what we'll do is we'll test this one first. Let's drill a hole. This should just go in there nicely. This is where it gets a bit sticky, but I think we're going to be okay. I'm not going to push that in too far just yet because I don't want it to get stuck. You can actually see how soft this brick is. That's why I don't want to overdo anything, don't want to underdo anything. Crack and break. All very experimental, which is all my stuff is really. I'm going to go and get a hammer. Okay, careful here because I don't want to push these in. I'm going to get some bigger washers because whatever I do, I don't want to push that through that hole, because if that goes through there, I've lost it. Okay, so 1, a bit big actually, wait a minute, 2, 3, 4, and that's on. So you've got to be careful of that. That goes through there. Ooh, you've had it. Okay, get a spanner and we'll just tighten that up gingerly, nice and gingerly. Until you just feel it nipping nicely. Don't over tighten. And that is beautiful. That's not going anywhere. So that's a success. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, because that's such a raving success, is I'm going to go and get a cup of tea. Let's go and find the kettle. Let the kettle boil, I'll have a cup of tea, and then we'll come back to you. Okay. Nice cup of tea, even if I do say so myself. Okay. Cool. Now, 30 centimetres. 44 3/4. So, because I want this solar panel slightly tilted, I want this 44 with that. I want to be right there. Okay, right way up. Hole. Okay. Again, not over tighten them. Okay, so that's good. We've got the 4 hooks in. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next bit's going to be fun because I'm going to need Michelle's help. I need her to help me lift that solar panel, and we've got to slide that in. She's going to love that knot. Alrighty, so we're ready now to put that in. I've got Dan here, thank goodness, so I'm not relying on Michelle. Dan's got the muscle. So we're going to get that now, pick it up, slide it in and see what happens. Could be disastrous. Which side do you want to go? Do you want to go that end?
Mine, I'm not fussy.
You go that end then. Alright, so we'll come back to you. Got to try and keep it as flat to the wall as we can. Can you go past that? I'll come towards you, Dan. Bit more. Okay. And now we can slide in. Can you come this way? Push it this way. That's it. Keep coming. You alright?
Yeah.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Yes. So that's not bad, is it? Pull it that way a bit.
I think it works.
Yeah. Does that move much when I? Oh, that's
no,
good.
it's pretty secure. So.
Bit more that way.
That's all right.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Thank you. So I've got these rubber things, which I think ideally are going to work. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Okay. Perfect. What we can do is just tidy these wires up. We've got your wires here, which go to the Bluetti, and we've got 2 reds, 2 blacks. There's an earth there, earth in. We've got another earth here, which comes from over here, from that solar panel. So we've got earth in. Then we've got a live from over there, live in, and then we've got this live here from this solar panel, live in. So now we've got this 2 earth negative and positive from this solar panel, and we've got a negative and positive from this solar panel. And what we want to do is lay these in here nicely so that we don't get water in here. Clip that over. That one's nice and tight. Clip, clip. These are nice and tight. Clip, clip. So there's our second solar panel. First solar panel. So we've only got 2 solar panels connected to the Bluetti. Those other 2 do something else, and I'll run through those with you another time. 1, 2. 2 solar panels running the Bluetti, all connected up. I'll take you inside and we'll have a look and see if the Bluetti's any better. Okay, so hello. You come to see what I'm doing. Yes, you are, you old cheeky. Okay, so here's the Bluetti. The wires come through the wall just down here, and here's the plug from the solar panel. So we'll plug that in, and we should see the Bluetti come on. Cool. We're at 100%. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to plug this heater, which is on this wall. I'm going to take it out of the wall socket, and I'm going to plug it into the Bluetti. I'm going to turn AC on, and what we'll see is the wattage draw here. Yep, I've heard that click on. So we're drawing 375 watts. What we'll do is we'll give that a few minutes just to draw that down, and then we'll see what the solar panels input in a moment. So I'll come back to you in a moment. What do you think, Stella? Yes, Stella's very excited about it. Okay. Okay, you can see now this has drawn some energy out of the Bluetti and it's gone down to 99%. And you can see the solar panel is now producing 257 watts, 271, 278. Bearing in mind the sun is very low, it's winter, we've got dew out there and so on and so forth. So that is way better actually, because that used to be about 100. So yeah, already it's up to 332. So what I wanted to do, and this is working with the two solar panels, I want this number here, the input, to be higher than the output, so that we keep the Bluetti charged. And that's exactly what is happening. So two solar panels, charging the Bluetti, giving me free heat. I use this all the time in the office over the winter. Works a treat. So this is one thing I do with the Bluetti to save me money, and it does save me money. What was the cost? The cost of each solar panel was $200. So that's $400 for the two solar panels. A couple of cables, they weren't much, $25. The Bluetti was quite an outlay. So this was $2,500, I think, or $2,000. But we needed one of these for the camper van anyway, so I don't just use it in here, I use it for the camper van. So when we go away, we just take the Bluetti with us as well. So yeah, cool. Job's a success. So what I'll do next is I will talk to you about the other two solar panels and what they do, because that's very important as well. I'll come back to you on that one.